Hey everyone, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital Recap for Thursday, April 8th. First off, Peter Thiel, China, using Bitcoin as a financial weapon. Isn't this Elon's boy? I'd be kind of mad if I was Elon right now if Peter Thiel was coming out talking about Bitcoin being used as a financial weapon by China. Peter Thiel, billionaire venture capitalist and PayPal co founder, advised the U.S. government to consider tighter regulations on cryptocurrencies. Thiel made these comments after he expressing, that's not worded properly, after he expressed worry the Chinese are using Bitcoin to corrode the U.S. financial system. I've been talking about this for a while now, and here it is. Bitcoin boogeyman. Thiel gave his more than skeptical sounding comments at a virtual roundtable for members of the Richard Nixon Foundation on April 7th. He says, even though I'm a pro-crypto, pro-Bitcoin maximalist person, I do wonder whether at this point Bitcoin should also be thought of in part as a Chinese financial weapon against the U.S., said Thiel. Okay, so you're invested in Bitcoin. We know he's tied to Polkadot because his Thiel Fellowship CEO of Polkadot, basically he was funded them. And so now he's making comments which would, in essence, make him lose money, similar to how Elon Musk made comments saying Bitcoin was too high after he just bought in like the month prior, supposedly at 50K. All this stuff is all tied together, in my opinion. And now let's see. He says, actually, let's play this video here. Let me turn this around.
From China's point of view, they want to get, they don't like the U.S. having this reserve currency because it gives us, a lot of leverage over, Iranian oil supply chains and all sorts of things like that. They don't want the renminbi to become a reserve currency because then you have to open your capital account and you have to do all sorts of things that they really don't want to do. I think the euro, you could think of as, was in part a Chinese weapon against the dollar. It didn't, the last decade it hasn't quite worked out that way, but that was, China would have liked to see two reserve currencies like the euro. And, even though I'm sort of a pro-crypto, pro-Bitcoin maximalist person, I do wonder whether at this point Bitcoin is also, should also be thought in part of as a Chinese financial weapon against the U.S., where it threatens fiat money, but it especially threatens the U.S. Dollar, and China wants to do things to weaken it. So it's sort of China is long Bitcoin, and perhaps from a geopolitical perspective, the U.S. should be a little bit be asking some tougher questions about exactly how that works. But some internal stable coin in China, that's not a real cryptocurrency. That's just some sort of totalitarian measuring device.
So Peter Thiel and now Kevin O'Leary, as we've seen in recent news articles stating that this is a currency that is controlled by China since they control a majority of the mining power. Kevin O'Leary even went as far to say as calling it a blood coin, and now he wants to fund operations overseas. So you know exactly where that Bitcoin and how that Bitcoin was minted, and calling it version Bitcoin. I have been saying this for how many months now, that they were going to start touting the line that Bitcoin was not good for the environment, and now it's going to be used as a financial weapon by China. Couldn't time this stuff any better. It says, Thiel's comment on the potential use of Bitcoin as a Chinese financial weapon was followed by his forecast of its threat to fiat money and the US dollar specifically. This comes as China recently trialed its central bank issued digital currency. According to Thiel, this internal stablecoin will amount to nothing other than some sort of totalitarian measuring device. However, he did urge U.S. policymakers to consider these crypto-forward moves from a geopolitical point of view. This is not the first time Thiel has leaned skeptical towards China. In late 2019, the venture capitalist repeatedly backed the San Francisco-based startup Layer 1. This was a bid to elevate the U.S. as a mining hotbed against the Chinese and its Bitcoin mining monopoly. Thiel isn't the only one to take a stance against China's potential intentions with digital currencies. And here's Kevin O'Leary. So yeah, Kevin O'Leary refused to accept any Bitcoin mined in China. Who cares about Kevin O'Leary? Again, these guys are all tied together. Peter Thiel is a billionaire and is manipulating the price, similar to how Elon Musk manipulated the price, saying that it's too high. And then also saying that his company bought in, literally swinging the price in either direction. And it's not just because retail traders are jumping on board. These large 15% moves are all coordinated by whales. It's very easy to see if you use your brain and analyze. It's all common sense. Next up, what do we got here? The NFTs. As we keep seeing these itch bays like Paris Hilton and Lindsay Lohan jumping on board the NFT bandwagon. If you guys don't know what an NFT is, here's the definition. It is a unit of data on a digital ledger called a blockchain, where each NFT can represent a unique digital item, and thus they are not interchangeable. For instance, you have Gronkowski selling football. Geez, I can't talk today. Football cards that are digital, signed by him, limited editions, 1 of 87 or whatever it is. And now you can own digital art or digital collectibles, which in my opinion is absolutely stupid. This is just like the ICO craze back in 2017. And I actually pulled an article up talking about what happened. When you search ICO 2017, an estimated $4.9 billion was raised through ICOs in 2017, around the same amount reported by the Wall Street Journal in mid-December of last year. And this was written in 2018. A little under $1 billion of that amount went into 2 crypto-based startups, according to Crunchbase. Taking the top spot for the year was Block. Now, Forbes here. By speaking with crypto entrepreneurs, investors, and industry analysts, we set out to answer 2 questions. How far have the largest ICO-funded projects progressed in their plans, and where is the ICO money now? And this was written when? Forbes. This was written October 29, 2018, so shortly thereafter. And who knows where they are now, but this is very relevant. It says, as an investor, if you had purchased all 10 of the largest ICOs during the token sale, you would have fared well through the middle of October 2018. A $100,000 investment would now be worth $160,936, compared with $113,722 for the S&P 500. So you would have beat the S&P. But 6 of the 10 have negative returns since their ICO. And I'm sure it was a lot more than this because this article was written, within a year after. And 1 has mysteriously vanished. If you had simply sunk your $100,000 into Bitcoin, you'd have $264,417, which is going back to my point on these NFTs. You would most likely be way better off investing in altcoins, not even Bitcoin, altcoins, than spending $69 million on a piece of digital junk, because that's what it is, digital junk. All these celebrities are now orchestrated to bring these NFTs into the spotlight, and you're literally buying nothing, in my opinion. It's absolutely worthless. Someone might find that they can sell their NFT to someone else who is more of an idiot than they are to purchase it. But if you just invest in altcoins that actually have real use case and are not speculation and have actual utility, you will most likely fare way better. This guy who bought a $69 million digital piece of junk would most likely make way more money if he invested in XRP and let that go 10x. You'd almost have $1 billion. Use your brain. I would watch out if you were thinking about buying any NFTs, because why is Paris Hilton all of a sudden dropping surprisingly well-informed articles about NFTs? You think this lady wrote that article? Most likely not. Most likely not. Paris Hilton revealed she is not only bullish about non-fungible tokens, stupid, but also has a good understanding of potential applications of the technology in an extensive blog post explaining her excitement about the sector posted on Wednesday. This is the same woman who thought she could DJ and was absolutely horrible. You're going to trust a blog post by some socialite, some washed up socialite at that? Terrible idea. I'm so excited about NFTs. Here's why I think NFTs are the future and everything you need to know to get in the game. Ugh. F off, dude. In a blog post titled, I'm excited about NFTs, you should be too. Hilton demonstrates an informed understanding, she said, comes from learning everything she can about the subject by immersing herself in the NFT community on social media and working with NFT collectors like Whale Shark, Illustrator, internet entrepreneur Kim.com, and the founders of Origin. The 40-year-old has a Twitter following of 16.9 million, which is exactly why she is promoting NFTs and the people behind her that want to use her to get everybody in this digital garbage game. Absolutely terrible, terrible idea. Why would you listen to Paris Hilton with her stupid laser eyes? A washed up celebrity, just like this itch bay right here, Lindsay Lohan, on why NFTs are destined for Hollywood. Be careful. Whenever I see mainstream celebrities promoting something this intensely, I'm going to look the other way. Just like my contrarians have the contrarian mindset. Again, Mark Cuban and Snoop Dogg promoting NFTs now all of a sudden, when Mark Cuban said he'd rather have bananas last year. Absolutely idiotic. If you can tie the dots together, you can see all this BS coming down the pipeline. Celebrity VC fund unveils 1 million NFT contest judged by Snoop Dogg and Mark Cuban. If your NFT idea is innovative enough, Snoop Dogg and Mark Cuban and Ashton Kutcher and other celebrities could invest $1 million into it as part of a Shark Tank style contest. Give me a break. Invest your money in altcoins. Do not buy NFTs. Ugh. Absolutely terrible idea. Sound Ventures, a venture capital fund comprising celebrities, musicians, and a billionaire, is offering at least $1 million for the most innovative idea for an NFT over the next week. Announced on Monday, the event invites anyone from around the world to pitch their NFT project to a team of 8 judges before April 12th. Those applying should be interested in building a company over the long term. You mean like all those ICOs that are still around? Working on NFTs, pitch your idea to me. Guy Osiri, Snoop Dogg, Thiel, I don't know what the hell that is. Whale Shark, Pro, Metacovid, okay, whatever. Anyways, up to 30 finalists will be selected to partake in a private live pitch with the judges on April 21st, just over 2 weeks from now. This is getting absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know who this guy is. Sound Ventures. Okay. This is the hype train. This is how they're bringing everybody in. Like this Forbes article says, if you actually invested into Bitcoin or another strong altcoin versus buying all these ICOs, you would have made way more money. The same thing is going to happen here. They're literally selling you digital garbage, in my opinion. Again, with the hype train, Tom Brady launches his own NFTs. They're tracking me again with the ads. Look at all this hockey gear. Absolutely epic. I already bought all that stuff, so I do not need those ads anymore. And here's another guy. As mentioned, I'm not a football person, but this guy, Patrick Mahomes, is releasing his collection of NFTs on markers. I cannot talk at all today. Sorry, this is a rough one. I didn't even drink yet. Maker's Place. I have to go get some Maker's Mark after this on March 17th at 3:30. Good for him. He's very popular, and in the 2019-20 playoffs, he led the Chiefs to Super Bowl. Awesome. No one cares. Do not buy NFTs. Buy real, solid assets. Buy suppressed assets. Don't you find this interesting? Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, Snoop Dogg, Mark Cuban. All these people are here to misguide you and mislead you, but not us. We got your backs. Subscribe to the newsletter. Tesla's landlord accepts crypto. Will Elon Musk pay rent in Bitcoin? I don't care. Skipping that article. Next one. Bitcoin exchanges just saw massive Tether stablecoin deposits. Is a broader rally forming for Bitcoin as sideline capital makes its way onto exchanges? Most likely going to be used to buy altcoins. I would not expect a huge expansion in Bitcoin right now. It's already up 15x. It says nearly $500 million in Tether inflows were recorded on April 8th across major Bitcoin exchanges based on Glassnode data. Considering that the inflows, the biggest since mid-March, coincided with the minor Bitcoin pullback, it indicates that buyers could be waiting to step in following Bitcoin's price drop. Again, altcoins, alt season is here. We are starting to see it. And you can find these suppressed assets if you do your Maker's Mark after this for sure. do your research or get our newsletter, and we got the research for you. Next up, Digital Yuan campaign planned for contested island in the South China Sea. Participants will receive a discount for every central bank digital currency expenditure worth 100 wow, worth 100 yuan. Oh man, this is a good one. 11 o'clock in the morning, can't make it through. Yeah, central bank digital currencies are coming, and most of them will most likely be issued on a stellar lumens or something of that sort. So take your NFT money and buy stellar lumens because they're tapping Ukraine on the shoulder and German banks are already using them. What else do I got here? I might have to cut this one short. I can barely talk today. What do we got? State Street. Already did the ICO stuff. Boom. What else do we got? Yeah, here's your Rob Gronkowski NFTs. Digital junk. Save your money, buy suppressed assets. Who cares about owning a digital card? A digital card. Its NFT is limited to just one special edition. Digitally hand-signed. Amazing. The NFT is hand-drawn and illustrated by Black Madre. Cool. Don't care. Buy other assets. Oh, with that being said, I'm going to leave you guys. I'm going to go have my maker's mark. Hope you guys have a great day, and we will catch you all in the next video.